Every year, people from around the world go to a leafy Harlem brownstone on East 126th Street in hopes of conjuring history. It was there in 1958 that 57 jazz icons from Thelonious Monk to Dizzy Gillespie gathered to take a now iconic photo for Esquire magazine. 40 years later, hip hop royalty, including Rakim, Grandmaster Flash, and a tribe called Quest, crowded on the same steps for XXL magazine, staking their claim as generational inheritors of Black artistic excellence. Today, NAACP Image Award winner, hip hop superstar, and actor JaRule has joined the ranks of celebrities embracing NFTs, or non fungible tokens, with a collection called Black is Beautiful. JaRule, along with his business partner Herb Rice, said they would donate $25,000 from initial sales of the collection to HBCUs, including Jackson State University, Morgan State, Hampton University, Spelman College, and Morehouse. The hip hop star's entertainment company Icon Media will match an additional $25,000. Each of the selected schools has a personal tie to JaRule and his collaborators, who operate under an entity known as the Painted House. Let's now bring on the icon himself, Mr. JaRule. What's going on, Ja?
Hey man, what's happening? I love your intro, man. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Well, the Black Press is so happy to have you to talk about this topic of NFTs and what it means to Black America, what it's doing. It's, many say it's a game changer. First, tell us, Ja, about your foray into NFTs and the impetus behind it.
Well, I mean, I got in NFTs about a year ago through NBA Top Shot. I'm a avid card collector, and this was the natural progression to collecting trading cards was NBA Top Shot, the digital trading cards, basically, but they're like moments. And so, I got into that and was collecting those, and then kind of went down a rabbit hole and started looking into NFT art. And a friend of mine, Drew Austin, he put me on to OpenSea, and I started purchasing NFTs, and the rest is kind of history. A lot of things unfolded from there.
So the burning question among many who don't know a whole lot about it, and even some who know about NFTs, how exactly does one make money with NFTs?
Well, I mean, it's real simple. You buy something, it's like buying a piece of art or anything else, and you sell it to the next person who would like to buy it. It's really simple. That's that's if you're buying and trading NFTs. But you can also create your own NFT, like an NFT project, like a generative project or a one-on-one project, like we've been able to do with Nick Davis and through the Painted House. So there's many ways that you can make money with NFTs, but those are the best two, the top two probably.
Yeah, and we know owning your own catalog and music is vital, right? And here in the
Yeah.
digital space, can you speak to how this is about digital artists receiving royalties on their own work? Because in NFTs, there's only one owner, whereas in stocks and even Bitcoin, there are
Right.
multiple owners.
Yeah. Well, that's the beautiful thing about NFTs. That's what really drew me to NFTs, the ownership factor. Artists get to own their work and get paid on their work in perpetuity, and that's the biggest thing for me about NFTs. It's the biggest draw. Artists, painting artists that paint, they rarely get compensated for their work beyond the first sale of it. Once they have the initial sale, that's it. It gets sold again. They don't get a piece of that. Through NFTs, all of the art, all of everything that's purchased, everything that's sold is on the blockchain, and so you're able to track every transaction that goes on through the blockchain. So if I buy a piece of art and I sell it to this next person, you know who it's been sold to, how much it's been sold for, and you're able to take a royalty off of every sale. And so that is a dream come true to artists, trust me. And then on the music side, even for artists that are doing NFTs as music, being able to own your own masters and own your publishing and own all of your rights to your music and put it out as an NFT and be able to collect on that forever and ever is also a big plus for artists. So
Yeah,
a lot to look forward to when it comes to NFTs.
yeah. Along those lines, we know. I know you know quite well because you're in that industry. You've been in the music industry for so long. You've seen, no doubt, you've seen artists make so much money, but for record companies, not for themselves.
Absolutely. There's a lot of theft that goes on when it comes to ownership of art, ownership of masters, ownership of publishing, all of these things. So, it's just refreshing to be able to be in a space where the artists are thought of first, and foremost, and that's what Web3 is about.
Yeah, we've seen like Snoop and other artists, other hip hop artists, just to be specific, really get involved with NFTs. Jay Z, he did this big project back in June. He announced this big project for the Marcy houses where
Yeah,
he came from. Um, this is something, and you guys took that iconic photo back in June.
yeah.
Went on that famous steps in Harlem. Is this something that you guys are talking a lot about now among each other?
I wouldn't say it's so much a conversation piece when we all get together, but it is something that we speak about from time to time, because it's what's going on, it's what's now, and it's what's happening in right in front of us. And
Yeah.
so, with a lot of us getting into the space, of course, it can make for a little bit of a round table conversation, but I think the more important thing is to have these conversations with others, that are not so educational or educated on the space, and to try to teach them and onboard them, into getting a wallet and things of that nature, so they can kind of learn how to navigate through this space, because it is the future of investment, and the future of finance. So